So my journey is one of kind of a quick rise in real estate. So I started in the end of 2010. My first 3 years, I kind of, as far as within the Adelaide marketplace where I work, I kind of went, in my second and third year, I was within the top 10 performers in the state. Then I had, some fairly significant health issues, as well as, some personal stuff to work on, which really brought me undone. And Aaron said to me at the at last year's event that I went to that I got too successful too quickly and didn't know how to handle the money that I was earning, and that was a bit of it. And what he said was, you've got to really believe in yourself that you're worth what you're earning, because if you don't believe it, you'll blow it. And it was kind of like the success got too much for me too quickly. So anyway, coming back and being involved with the mastermind group, working with Aaron, it's allowed me to, he's really stripped all that back and helped me to focus on the business goals, but also the stuff, again, outside of business, really the reason I'm doing it. Who am I doing? Who and what am I doing it for? Having a plan and having a clear plan, because generally when you go to a 2-day seminar or training or conference, you'll get generic stuff that you're left to go away with and formulate yourself. And like most lazy people, I don't do that. So coming and being involved with the mastermind group gave me tailored individual plan for me to follow. And that's, because really that's all it is. It's accountability. It's having a plan and then being held accountable to that plan. Because we would have regular catch-ups with Aaron during that year, and each catch-up we would look at, have we achieved what we'd set out to do for that 90-day period, and if not, why? And then reset the focus for the next 90 days. So that was a big part of it for me, I think. So before coming into the mastermind group, I had, as I said before, come off a really kind of major traumatic experience where my sales had stopped and my world had stopped pretty much. So the 12 months before, leading up to mastermind, I'd written about 600,000 for the year. But having said that, I'd written the first part of that year I'd written fairly well. I'd only written an $80,000 quarter leading into that. Like an $80,000 quarter from someone who was doing $200,000 quarters to an $80,000 quarter. The train had stopped. And that whole thing of a big steam train where if you're pushing and pushing and pushing and it finally stops, and then you've got to keep pushing to start it going back that way. That was my sales career. So these guys helped me, I guess, accelerate it quicker than I thought. And by these guys I mean Aaron through the mastermind group, and we were able to get up to just under $1 million in the 12 months. So from 600 the year leading up to just under $1 million. The scary thing is I've just written 1.5 down for what I'm going to achieve in the next 12 months. And the thing is, now I know I can get there. Like, I don't wonder what if, I know I can. Obligation to me means working out who else I'm doing what I do for. So, I'm a salesperson, and it's working out who else I'm obliged or in obligation to make sure I do my very best to do everything I can to be the best salesperson I can be. And the obvious ones are your kids and your wife and your staff and that, but it is also the next level. So it's the principal that didn't give up on me when times were tough not that long ago. And it's the clients that I sell for. I just had a text message 2 days ago from a lady who, we sold her house recently. It settled this week. And that was a house she built with her husband 12 years ago. It was their dream home, and it's the home that he passed away in. And it was a very stressful time for her, as way as we sold the home while she was in France, scattering his ashes, which is where he was born, with her children, and the whole family was there. And it was a very quick settlement. It was a very stressful process for her, but we were there for her the whole way. And when it was tough, and when we had to do stuff on a Sunday that we didn't want to on our day off, we did it because it was so important to this lady who had just buried the love of her life and was saying goodbye and was going through a grieving process. She sent me a text 2 days ago. Yeah, thank you so much for what you did for me and my family in our hour of need. And yeah, that's why we do this. You do it for the money to pay the bills and give you the lifestyle you want, but that's the real reason we do it. That's why we go that extra yard. That's what obligation means to me. You know, I'm happy to put my reputation on the line and say, do it. And you can look me up. My name's Travis Denham. I will tell you how it went for me. It is 100% the best thing I've done as far as my sales career. So I've been a good salesperson, but now I'm on my way to being an outstanding salesperson and an outstanding person. If you've had adversity, or if you've had things go wrong, or you don't think you can do it, or you're not suitable, what I'd say to that is I had some fairly significant, you know, not only health issues, but all-round lifestyle, major, you know, stuff that I'd been doing for a long time that was not serving me at all. It was killing me. And, you know, I had not just my sales career to focus on. I had a young family, I had a third child on the way, and I had stuff to address that was going to kill me. And still, with all that, taking all that in, I was still able to almost double my my sales in that 12-month period, as well as work on the other stuff. Getting myself connected with, you know, what my who I'm obligated to, what I'm obligated to, and what I want to be, and where I want to go. So it's so much better. For the first time in my life, we've got like 50 grand in the bank. You've got to understand. You've got to understand. I've lived paycheck to paycheck for my whole life, and in the last 3 or 4 months, that's gone from nothing to 50 grand. But the thing is, in another 6 months, ask me what's in there. And along with that, the trust is starting to come back with my wife, and our relationship is starting. But I did a lot of damage. It's going to take a long time. It won't be, it might be a couple more years, but if everything keeps going the way it has in the last 12 months, there's nothing we can't do.